Question 1. After watching you work, a health and safety executive, HSE, inspector issues an improvement notice. What does this mean? Give one answer. A. You are not working fast enough. B. You are not working in a safe way. C. You need to improve the standard of your work. D. Your work has improved since the last visit. The correct answer is B. Question 2. If you notice that a design detail can't be built in the way it has been drawn in the plans, what two things should you do? Give two answers. A. Build it as you think it should be done. B. Keep quiet as it will mean more work for you. C. Leave that detail out altogether. D. Only make the changes when they are approved in writing. E. Raise the issue with your supervisor before you start work. The correct answer is D and E. Question 3. What are two possible consequences for employers of not taking measures to prevent accidents and ill health at work? Give two answers. A. They could be fined or imprisoned. B. They will damage the environment. C. They will have to change the site layout for emergency vehicles. D. They will lose time and money due to the cost of any accident or ill health. E. They will need to employ more people. The correct answer is A and D. Question 4. What should all risk assessments identify? Give one answer. A. How to report accidents. B. The health and safety executive, HSE. C. The employer. D. The hazards in the work environment. The correct answer is D. Question 5. What is a toolbox talk? Give one answer. A. A sales talk given by a tool supplier. B. A short training session on a particular safety topic. C. A talk that tells you where to buy tools. D. Your first training session when you arrive on site. The correct answer is B. Question 6. Employers must provide workers with instructions that meet which requirement? Give one answer. A. Available in audio. B. Downloadable from the internet. C. In a format each worker understands. D. Written in large print. The correct answer is C. Question 7. Which two of the following would result in you being ordered off-site? Give two answers. A. Being under the influence of alcohol. B. Being under the influence of drugs. C. Driving downhill with a heavy load. D. Driving without using the flashing beacon. E. Losing your road user's driving license. The correct answer is A and B. Question 8. Someone collapses with stomach pain and there is no first aider on site. What should you do first? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to call the emergency services. B. Ask them to sit down. C. Get them to take some painkillers. D. Help them to lie down in the recovery position. The correct answer is A. Question 9. When using a grinder or cut-off saw, what type of eye protection should be worn? Give one answer. A. B. C, D. The correct answer is A. Question 10. When should you wear safety footwear on site? Give one answer. A. All the time. B. Only when working at ground level. C. Only when working inside. D. Until the site starts to look finished. The correct answer is A. Question 11. What additional measures can be worn under a hard hat in cold weather? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Question 12. Over-ordering materials can result in what? Give one answer. A. Accidents. B. Danger. C. Lower costs. D. Waste. The correct answer is D. Question 13. Which items are hazardous waste and which are non-hazardous waste? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Question 14. What is the correct way to clean up oil that has leaked from machinery onto the ground? Give one answer. A. Mix the soil up with other soil so that the oil cannot be seen. B. Put the oily soil into a separate container for collection as hazardous waste. C. Put the oily soil into the general waste skip. D. Wash the oil away with water and detergent. The correct answer is B. Question 15. On site, waste should be collected in what? Give one answer. A. Bays and buckets. B. Bins and bays. C. General skips. D. Segregated skips. The correct answer is D. Question 16. What is the best way to minimize dust on site? Give one answer. A. Covering the whole site. B. Dampening using fine water sprays. C. Reducing use of the wheel wash. D. Using powered tools only. The correct answer is B. Question 17. If someone is using a petrol cut-off saw, disc cutter, to cut concrete blocks near to pedestrians, what two immediate hazards will affect the pedestrians? Give two answers. A. An electric shock. B. Contact dermatitis. C. Flying fragments. D. Harmful dust. E. Vibration white finger. The correct answer is C and D. Question 18. What is the main risk to this worker, wearing only these items of personal protective equipment, PPE? Give one answer. A. Back injury, from poor posture. B. Breathing in harmful dust. C. Goggles misting up, limiting vision. D. Not being able to hear colleagues. The correct answer is B. Question 19. How should water be used to reduce the level of dust when cutting concrete using a cut-off saw? Give one answer. A. Constantly the whole time the concrete is being cut. B. Constantly until you are halfway through the concrete cut, then stop. C. Enough to make the first cut, then no more will be required. D. Enough to wet the surface of the concrete before cutting. The correct answer is A. Question 20. Before clearing up some rubble inside a building, why is it advisable to spray water on it? Give one answer. A. So it doesn't make a mess. B. To kill any insects in it. C. To prevent dust clouds. D. To save time. The correct answer is C. Question 21. When using a power tool to cut or grind materials, why should the dust be collected and not allowed to get into the air? Give one answer. A. A machine guard is not needed if the dust is collected. B. Most dust can be harmful if breathed in. C. The tool will go faster if the dust is collected. D. To save time and avoid having to clear up the mess. The correct answer is B. Question 22. The seal between an item of respiratory protective equipment, RPE, and a worker's face is most likely to be affected by which two of the following? Give two answers. A. Beard growth. B. Dust levels. C. Sunlight. D. The wearer's age. E. Wearing safety goggles. The correct answer is A and E. Question 23. Which two factors determine the appropriate type of respiratory protective equipment, RPE, to be used for a job? Give two answers. A. The amount of hazardous substances in the air. B. The amount of time since a hazardous spill. C. The type of hazardous substance. D. Whether the RPE is made of rubber or plastic. E. Whether the worker wants to wear RPE or not. The correct answer is A and C. Question 24. Respiratory protective equipment, RPE, fit tests should be carried out by whom? Give one answer. A. A competent person in compliance with the law. B. A supervisor, in compliance with the law. C. The manager overseeing the work. D. The worker who will carry out the work. The correct answer is A. Question 25. Using water suppression to reduce dust will be most effective for which one of the following? Give one answer. A. Cutting plywood sheets. B. Disc cutting steel. C. Pneumatic chiseling of concrete. D. Steel grinding. The correct answer is C. Question 26. What are the signs and symptoms of noise-related hearing damage? Give one answer. A. Difficulty following a conversation, especially against background noise. B. Ear infections and regular headaches. C. Nausea and a skin rash around your ears. D. There are no signs or symptoms associated with hearing damage. The correct answer is A. Question 27. What condition can be caused by direct sunlight on bare skin? Give one answer. A. Acne. B. Dermatitis. C. Rickets. D. Skin cancer. The correct answer is D. Question 28. To help protect outdoor workers from the risk of skin cancer from sun exposure, what should be worn? Give one answer. A. A small amount of deodorant and vest tops. B. Extra moisturizer on the face and short-sleeved shirts. C. High-factor sunscreen and long-sleeved clothing. D. Low-factor tanning oil and short-sleeved shirts. The correct answer is C. Question 29. Fatigue could affect work rates of a worker. What does this mean? Give one answer. A. They will be able to work faster as they will have lots of energy. B. They will work at the same rate but will need monitoring. C. They will work consistently as there are no issues. D. They will work more slowly, as they will feel tired. The correct answer is D. Question 30. What type of work is most likely to result in fatigue? Give one answer. A. Exciting and enjoyable. B. New and challenging. C. Quiet and interesting. D. Repetitive and monotonous. The correct answer is D. Question 31. Which one of the following is most likely to cause stress at work? Give one answer. A. A lack of job security and fear of redundancy. B. A lack of job security but a permanent contract. C. Job satisfaction but fear of redundancy. D. Job security and a permanent contract. The correct answer is A. Question 32. What is the organization The Samaritans? Give one answer. A. A charity offering construction training to young vulnerable people. B. A charity that provides emotional support for people who are struggling to cope. C. A trade union organization offering financial and legal support. D. A political party which supports looking after vulnerable people. The correct answer is B. Question 33. Loss of appetite, fatigue, and tearfulness are common symptoms of what? Give one answer. A. Hand-arm vibration syndrome. B. Mental health issues or stress. C. Repetitive strain injury and back pain. D. Skin problems such as dermatitis. The correct answer is B. Question 34. Which one of the following statements about mental health is true? Give one answer. A. Mental and physical health are directly linked. B. Mental health has to do with our general knowledge. C. Mental health is all about how we think and remember things. D. Mental health is all about our intelligence. The correct answer is A. Question 35. Which one of the following must be provided on site? Give one answer. A. Breakfast. B. Drinking water. C. Free transport home. D. Snacks. The correct answer is B. Question 36. What is one sign that employees are feeling stressed at work? Give one answer. A. Fewer accidents on site. B. High staff turnover rates. C. Increased productivity on site. D. Long-term staff retention rates. The correct answer is B. Question 37. Which of the following are common mental health issues? Give one answer. A. Depression and anxiety. B. Dermatitis, skin irritation. C. Hand-arm vibration syndrome. D. Paralysis and halitosis. The correct answer is A. Question 38. You need to move a load that might be too heavy for you. You cannot divide it into smaller parts and there is no one to help you. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Do not move the load until you have a safe way of doing it. B. Get a forklift truck, even though you have not been trained to use it. C. Lift and move the load quickly to avoid injury. D. Try to lift it using the correct lifting methods. The correct answer is A. Question 39. You need to lift a load that is not heavy, but it is so big that you cannot see in front of you. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to help carry the load so that you can both see ahead. B. Get someone to walk in front of you and tell others to get out of the way. C. Get someone to walk next to you and give directions. D. Move the load on your own. It is so large that anyone in your way is sure to see it. The correct answer is A. Question 40. Which image shows the worker correctly following these site safety signs? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Question 41. You are about to start a job. How will you know if you need a permit to work? Give one answer. A. Information will be given during the site induction before any work starts. B. Other workers on site will pass them on after they have finished with them. C. Permits to work are only required by managers on large sites. D. The Health and Safety Executive, HSE, will give them out. The correct answer is A. Question 42. What is the primary purpose of fire extinguishers? Give one answer. A. To add decoration to the walls of the construction site. B. To be available and ready for when the fire services arrive. C. To make sure the premises pass a safety inspection. D. To tackle small fires to prevent them becoming larger. The correct answer is D. Question 43. What is the main advantage of using battery-powered tools rather than electrical ones? Give one answer. A. They are cheaper to run. B. They do not need to be tested or serviced. C. They will not give you a serious electric shock. D. They will not give you hand-arm vibration. The correct answer is C. Question 44. Apart from dust, vibration, noise, and flying fragments, identify another significant hazard in this image. Give one answer. A. B. The correct answer is B. Question 45. You need to use an air-powered tool. What three hazards are likely to affect you? Give three answers. A. Airborne dust and flying fragments. B. An electric shock. C. Being struck by a poorly secured hose. D. Hand-arm vibration. E. Radiation. The correct answer is A, C and D. Question 46. What is the main hazard associated with the movement of plant and machinery around site? Give one answer. A. Drivers getting motion sickness from the movement of the machine. B. Existing building collapse from vibrations of the moving machinery. C. Members of the public being poisoned by the exhaust fumes. D. Pedestrians walking too close to moving machinery and being crushed. The correct answer is D. Question 47. If there are blind spots while using plant but work needs to continue, what actions should be taken? Give one answer. A. Request the plant be fitted with CCTV cameras. B. Use a vehicle marshal for this type of work. C. Use the existing mirrors on the plant. D. Work with a slinger. The correct answer is B. Question 48. What is the best way to make sure that a ladder is secure and will not slip? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to stand with their foot on the bottom rung. B. Secure it at the bottom. C. Secure it at the top. D. Wedge the bottom of the ladder with blocks of wood. The correct answer is C. Question 49. A mobile elevating work platform, MEWP, must not be used on what surface? Give one answer. A. A concrete road. B. A smooth concrete path. C. An asphalt road. D. Soft or uneven ground. The correct answer is D. Question 50. Which one of the following should a worker do if a mobile elevating work platform, MEWP, does not allow safe access to the place of work? Give one answer. A. Inform a supervisor that a larger MEWP is needed. B. Put pallets on the working platform. C. Stand on the guard rails. D. Use a stepladder on the platform. The correct answer is A.